What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. For more than 2 decades, the GM St. Catharines engine plant has hosted Canada's largest GM-powered show on site at McKinnon Park. In this video, you'll find a great slideshow of some of my favorite vehicles from the show. At its inception, the Show and Shine was a passion project organized by a small group of dedicated GM employees, and in its first year featured 16 Corvettes and only a handful of enthusiasts. Since then, the car show has developed into a huge event for the plant and community every year, showcasing any vehicle powered by a GM engine and averaging over 400 vehicles each year and over twice as many spectators from across Ontario, New York State, and beyond. The Show and Shine also features a variety of vendors, special displays, with all proceeds going to United Way Niagara. Additionally, awards are distributed at the show each year in up to 26 categories, including but not limited to Best of Show Vintage, Best of Show Radical, Best of Show Plant Director's Choice. I have been attending this show since its inception, and I have always seen a great showing of GM-powered vehicles. Back in the mid-2000s, I was a member of the Ontario Quebec Club Grand Prix, and we took the club award for most vehicles 2 years in a row, even beating out some of the local Corvette clubs who had actually won a number of years in a row. In the past years, there's also been a dyno on site to test your car to see the type of horsepower it's putting out, and if you scroll down to some of my first videos on this channel, you'll see some footage of this dyno. Car enthusiasts from all over Ontario and surrounding provinces and states have been known to attend this event, and it's always a great time, and this year it was no exception. There's always a huge variety of vehicles, from new Corvettes and Cadillacs brought in from a local dealer to 1960s and 70s muscle cars that are in showroom condition inside and out, even including the engine bay, as you will see from these pictures. I am personally a huge Pontiac fan, as this to me was truly a vehicle that represented the personality of the people here, as it was actually built with Canada and the United States in mind. This is a very unique car. On the outside, it looks like a basic Chevy Malibu, but it's a whole lot more than that. It was a nickname, the Iraqi Taxi, and as its name suggests, it was originally produced for Iraq to be used as taxi cabs. It was unique because it came with a 3-speed manual transmission when most of these cars were typically automatics. The rear windows did not roll down and the rear doors only opened from the outside. In addition to that, it also had air conditioning, which was not a common feature on the typical working man's car in 1981. Unfortunately, Iraq suddenly pulled the plug on these vehicles after a number had already been shipped overseas, and that left a number of them sitting on a loading dock in eastern Canada for a number of months. They were eventually sold to GM employees at a heavily discounted price. So if you see one of these today, you will know that you are looking at a very rare car. If it's been kept in its original condition, one of the telltale signs that this is one of the Iraqi taxis is in the back rear fender. You will see where it says Malibu instead of Malibu Classic. This is the Cadillac Alante, a car that I have personally always liked because of its uniqueness for the time. It was one of Cadillac's first vehicles aimed at competing with the European manufacturers Mercedes-Benz and BMW at the time. There were only just over 21,000 produced in the production years spanning from 1987 to 1993, which makes it that much more of a rare find. Sky, a short-lived small sports car that shared a platform with the Pontiac Solstice, and they were both produced shortly before both brands were discontinued by GM. This one, as you'll see, is definitely not your stock Saturn. Recent generation Buick Regal, and a beautiful car in my opinion. I had the opportunity to test drive a Regal Grand Sport on this platform, and it was a thrill to drive. It had the same 3.6 liter V6 that you'll find in the Camaro, Recaro style seats that held you tight around corners, and by the way, when you went around the corner in this car, it held on like it was on rails. It had great pickup off the line and had a very unique fastback design, which gave it the lines of a coupe with convenience of a four-door hatchback, which I might add actually had more square inches of cargo capacity than most of the crossovers on the market that year. Here you'll see a Pontiac G8 that has been converted into a Holden, which was the Australian version of this vehicle. And as you can see, this one has been meticulously maintained and preserved. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my slideshow, and if you're ever in the St. Catharines area on the first Friday of August, take a moment to check out this great show. If not, check back on my channel and you will probably see another slideshow or a video production of the show. Please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to my channel to see the great content